You've heard about Nigerian expressive sounds. Today, I want to talk about them. They are primarily made up of four main ones and one regional one. Now, the main ones are o, and the closed mouth one, which is mm. Now, the regional one is a. I'll talk about that one later. Now, these expressions can be used on their own. They can be used as prefixes or suffixes or as answers to questions. Now, it's important to note that they can be used interchangeably. So, oh. However, they don't perfectly fit for each other. There are some places you can use and but you cannot use O. And there are some places you can use O and and you can use So for instance, you can say I dey go or I dey go but you can't say I dey go right? Now, for their various uses, is used more for shock, is used more for agreements, it's used more for reservations, it's used calmly, and then O is used more for urgency or sympathy, depending on the tone. Now, this is a baseline, but you can throw everything I've just told you out of the window. For instance, him dey talk to you now strikes urgency. He was talking to you, right? Well, him be they talk to you is more sympathetic. And then him be they talk to you is a laid back, well, he was talking to you. And then him be they talk to you has more reservation. Now, another important thing to note is whilst these expressions are used all over Nigeria, some are actually particular to ethnicities, depending on how they spin it. For instance, is popularly used by the Yorubas. Even though it's used all over Nigeria, mostly the Yorubas will say, hey, you know. But then when you double it and use it as a response, it then becomes popularly used by the Hausas. So you hear Hausa people say, Mene, Babana. That's how they say it. You don't hear a Yoruba person say no by saying, That belongs to Hausas. I even just showed mine. I did, this is how I say no. Now, O is very popularly used in all of Nigeria. But when it's a response, you find that Igbos will say O as yes. You even see in Nollywood movies when they come back and say, Enugo, oh, bye-bye, oh. You don't see Yoruba saying O as yes or Hausa saying O as yes. It's usually for Igbos. Now, remember I said the fifth one, A, is regional. This is true because the south part of Nigeria often use A instead of O. So the rest of Nigerians will say, I don't they go O, but Bayelsa, Port Harcourt people say, I don't they go A. Enter A instead of enter O. So from this, you can see that, the responses of the A, O, and the rest can also be ethnic. I'm going to stop here. In part 2, I'm going to elaborate more on where you can use but you can't use and the rest of that. If you want me to do more, please comment in my comment section. Thank you.